Hello, and today we are with Dr. Jong, who is the founder and president of Orchard Wellness and Health Resort in Malacca, Malaysia. Good afternoon to you, Dr. Jong.
Good afternoon, Stephen.
Now, here we are. This is a very unique property. You have over 180 acres. You are in a beautiful countryside area in the hills. How and why did you find and start a hotel and wellness center here?
Well, Stephen, I've been in the medical line for more than 20 years, and I see sick patients, unwell patients, day in and day out. I have to treat them, I have to do surgeries, and all those actually made me sad. When I see all these guests, all these patients, I felt there's something more that I can actually do for them and not just operate on them. So I was thinking that there must be something that I can actually do to improve their lives. Is that a lot of these people, they do not have the knowledge of how to improve their own health, how to eat properly, how to get rid of the stress, how to get rid of the toxins in the body, and so forth. So I thought maybe it is good that I should actually start off something like this, like a wellness resort for the people. It is a way for me to returning to the people, and it's something that I'll enjoy to do. Now at this age, I'm also looking for a good place where I can go every day, something with a beautiful, healthy air, and then a good place just to relax in and to distress from the daily work. So that's why we started the Orchard. Now, the Orchard was very special to my husband and myself because we started it about more than 4 years ago. We planned everything ourselves, from architectural to even the plants itself. My husband has green fingers. He loves all these fruit trees, all these plants, whatever that we can find from everywhere else in the whole world, we actually bring them back to Malaysia as well. You'd be surprised that when we go overseas, when we go to Paris, when we go to Berlin, when we go to anywhere in the whole world, or even Japan, we actually brought seeds, we actually brought plants, we actually brought all those crops back so that we can actually plant it here. So this is actually really a fruit of love, a labor of love. So we enjoy being here. So when we started the wellness concept, we were looking for a perfect place for wellness. It has to be clean. It has to be perfect, where people can just go and forget everything about their stress, and they can have a better lifestyle. And we scouted around, and actually we found that this place was the best place. No, we don't have to go far. This is actually the best place to be at. So that's why we started the Orchard here. Now, the Orchard is also very special because it is on a very beautiful terrain of hills. So you see that the air is beautiful, it's clean. Unlike most of the major cities where you never see blue skies, all you see is dull gray and brown skies. But here, throughout the day and night, you actually see very beautiful skies. At night, you can see very good stars because it's just clear. And the air was beautiful, it was crisp, so it's very organic. So when you are in the resort, you can actually have a very much better air, non-polluted air, so it's good for health.
A lot of people, when they hear that you have over 180 acres, would imagine that you're quite a large hotel, and yet you have less than 50 rooms. How have you separated the villas, and how do they differ in terms of the function of the villas that you have here?
Well, Stephen, although we have 50 rooms, you know that all our rooms are very huge and spacious. We emphasize a lot on the space itself. Like every rooms would have to be at least 900 square feet and above because we believe in personal space. So it has to be luxurious as well. So when the guests are here, they can actually do their treatments or do any programs with us with a good place to retire to, a very comfortable place to go to. So at their room, we have given the best amenities. Everything is organic because we produce our own organic shampoos, conditioner, shower gel, body cream, and so forth. So everything is really organic there. So even our mattress is special because we actually use bamboo charcoal to give you the negative ion. It is very healthy for our body. It helps to reduce the free radicals in the body that will eventually give you cancer. So that is very good. And we also use a lot of green technologies. We actually have air exchange technology in the room. So basically at night, in the evening, you can just switch off the aircon, you can turn on the air exchange units so you can have fresh air from outside to come in. And on top of that, we also use a lot of solar panels, so everything is really organic. So everything here is supported with green technologies. And all the rooms, we have deluxe rooms, we have presidential suite, we also have a series or various kinds of room size that to serve all kind of people depending on their need. And on top of that, we also have villas. We have the garden villa. We also have the villa with pool, so they can have their own relaxing place to go to. They can swim in their own privacy as well. And we also have the glass house. We call it the glass house because it's really special. It is at the top of the cliff. It is very beautiful, especially in the evening or early in the morning, where we have a lot of mist around you, and you can see that the birds are chirping away, and then the sky was just blue, and you are like just a meter away from heaven. It was so beautiful. Yeah.
With the facilities that you have here at the resort, what facilities are available to guests?
Well, here we emphasize a lot on the modern medicine and traditional medicine as well. On modern medicine, we are into the aesthetic medicine. So you basically can come here for a nip and tuck, or you can come here for a Botox, you can come here for a weight management. And on top of that, for modern medicine, we also offer chelation, we also offer multivitamin drips, Myers therapy, stem cell therapy, placental treatment, autoimmune treatments, and so forth. Those will be on the modern medicine. For the traditional medicine, Oriental medicine, we have traditional Chinese medicine, where they have very good Chinese acupuncture, they have very good Chinese tuina, and all these are done professionally by our Chinese doctor. And we also have Ayurveda medicine for those people who are into the Ayurvedic medicine. So you have Ayurveda massages, Ayurveda diet, and so forth. And we also have physiotherapies for those people who are here for a bone or skeletal problems. Maybe they have a sports injury, or they just want to align back the bone. They can actually come here and they'll be assisted by our physiotherapists, qualified physiotherapists. So and at this moment also, we are offering an array of spa treatments, like a good traditional Malay urut, a Malay massage. We have Balinese massage, we have Thai massage, we have very good signature facial as well. We are using Pavonia, we are using Demaster, and we do facial detox even. So for those people who are just here not for all these treatments, but they are here to try it out, they can always try to go for the detox package, where they can learn how to clean up the bodies from all these toxins. Or they can actually go for a wellness package just to be well and healthy and fit. So we do have an array of good treatments.
Some other wellness style resorts, they will bring in experts from time to time, experts that stay for a week. It
That's
gives
right.
you a reason to sell, and it helps the property, and it helps the guests as well. Do you have any plan? What experts do you plan to bring in the future?
We're actually doing the same thing as well. I always believe in sharing. You see, we are not perfect in any sense. So we need to have good specialists as well to come in and share with us, share with our guests, share with our people what is the new thing, what is good, what kind of treatments that is actually beneficial for them as well. So on and off, we do need to have all these very good consultants to come in to give their ideas, to tell us what is the things that we can do more and so forth. And our guests surely will benefit from it as well.
Now, you've mentioned here we are in the middle of a jungle, really, the terrain
Yes.
of hills.
That's right.
You are connected to nature. For people that aren't necessarily into the wellness side of things, but really want to learn more about the nature side of this area, what do you offer them?
Well, we do have nature trail. Basically, we every morning they can actually go for a walking trail at our property. We have more than 400 species of plants and fruit trees. They'll be amazed by all of them, especially like a lot of them have never seen those trees before. So it's a good walk. You can spend like a good 1 hour walking throughout the trail. And on top of that, you can also go for cycling. You can actually just cycle around the area. Because the property is actually quite huge, it's about 138 acres, you won't be able to walk on your own 2 feet without any help. So I think cycling is still a way to go if you wanted to complete the entire 138 acres at at the resort. So that's a good way to go. And then also for those people who are looking into something that's very natural and something like animals, we do have night safari that they can actually go for. Night safari is good for those people who have never seen certain animals before. We have a lot here. We have exotic animals here as well. Nothing that's harmful, but don't worry, you'll be going with our professional, our trained staffs, so they'll be able to lead you the way. So we have a lot of wildcats here. We do have a lot of fox. We do have some very special species of rabbits, some kind of animals as well.
I wanted to ask you there, for the nature lovers, you mentioned the nature trail and what have you. Of course, with so many different varieties of trees that people won't have seen, especially those coming in from further afield, do you have an expert that takes them around?
Yes, we do.
They do, yes. How does that work?
Well, basically, as we walk around, our staff would explain to them what is that tree and what is that tree called, what is that for, and how would it taste like. Now, if it's a fruit season, we'll be more than happy to let them try the fruits. But as you know, in a tropical country, not every day we have fruits in season. So we'll try our best, but definitely we'll explain to them what are all those trees for, what are those trees taste like, so they'll have a first experience on it as well.
Now, you mentioned fruit there. One of the kings of fruit is the durian. Some love it, some hate it. Personally, I love it.
Thank you.
You have one of the very best types of durian here. Could you tell us about that durian, and when is it in season?
Well, basically, when we bought the area, we bought the property, we have more than, I think about 10 acres of durian trees that's been planted, that has been here. Some of it has aged from 30 to 100 years old. So the older the trees, the better the durian would actually be. Now, the durian, like you said, is very special, and it also has a very exquisite, a very kind of unique taste. But if you like it, it has to be something that that goes in you, that you have to fancy. Now, this durian, we have a few species of these durian trees. We have the Musang King, is a wild fox, to put it in English, and then we do have D24, D19, all kind of durians. We also have red prawn, because it is shaped like a shrimp and it's red in color. So all these durians are very special, but the most I would say the best and also the most expensive one is actually the red prawn, because it has a very delicate taste. It is a uniqueness blend of sweetness and a little bit of bitter tinge in it, and everybody loves it. One durian can cost you easily about 20 to 30 US dollars in Malaysia, and when it's exported, you just have to add in another zero. So it is a very expensive fruit to go for. And again, that's why it's called the king of fruit. We do have guests that actually fly in all the way, come in with a private jet, they come in a helicopter just to be here for the durian. Now, durian season is actually more towards July to September. It depends on the raining period of the year. So you go range between July to September.
With so few rooms, you could very easily sell yourself to the mice market, the small mice market.
That's right.
And to small sporting events, extreme sporting events such as running through the hills that you have here. Do you do things such as this? Is this a market, are they markets that you're looking at?
Well, I'm looking at every market that's possible. As long as they are here for a reason, we'll be more than happy to welcome them. You see, the reason for the orchard is actually for wellness. So if they are here for wellness, we'll be more than happy to receive them.
And finally, I want to ask you about your island, because I think that's a very interesting project that you have here.
Thank you.
You're already very remote. Take that 10 times further. What could you tell us about this island and what you're thinking of doing to that little island that you have, please?
Well, there is a very nice and serene place, the island. We have a few cabins that's built on it. It has its own private lake, and it's wonderful because in the morning you can actually see ducks swimming in the pond. And it has its own butler. It has its own service. So it's like an isolated place on its own. So if you are game on it, you can actually just do a canoe on the pond itself as well.
When will the renovation of that section begin? Because it's not connected to the hotel, is it? This is actually really right in the jungle.
Yes, that's right.
When will you start and finish the renovation of that project?
Well, we are planning to do it by April this year, so it should be completed by September this year.
Excellent. And for the hotel, at the moment, which markets are you finding are most interested in the property?
Well, I think Singaporeans and Indonesians, because they are very near to us, and in terms of culture, we're almost similar. Food is not an issue at all because they eat the same food that we have. The cuisine is almost similar, and we speak the same language, so we understand each other very well.
For Malacca, some people won't know Malacca. You don't really have what we'd call a beach, not something that would compete with what else is in the region.
That's right.
Why should people come to Malacca, and how far are you away from the centre of town if they did just want to have a look around?
Right. Well, Malacca is actually the oldest city in Malaysia. It is also the most historical state of Malaysia. Now, Malacca has been conquered by many countries before. It's been conquered by the Dutch, by the Portuguese, by the Japanese, British, and a whole lot more. So it is very rich in its histories and its culture. That's why we have a mix of people. We have Caucasians, we have Muslims, we have Chinese, mix of them, and then we have Indians. We are multiracials. So it is a very unique place to be at. Now, we are only about 45 minutes away from town. It's not too far. But again, we wanted to be here in the village because we wanted it to be isolated. We cannot have restaurants at every corner. We cannot have all those city life and polluted air around us. So that's why we have to be isolated. But this is a perfect place.
Well, on that note, Dr. Jong, I have to say thank you very much indeed for your time today.
Thank you.
And of course, I wish you and the Orchard Wellness Health Resort the best of luck for the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much.